Hey, what's going on to all of my Taurus out there? So you've got the Five of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the King of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Star, and last but not least, you have the Emperor. So what I'm seeing here for you, Taurus, right, is well, first and foremost, I'm seeing, okay. Okay, well, first and foremost, Five of Cups, I'm seeing how someone is regretful that you're not there anymore. Um, uh, the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, you're off doing your own thing. Um, Pretty much, you're off doing your own thing, right? You're handling your own business. Uh, Finances may be coming on strong, like I said before. Um, I mean, you're doing well. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing, there's not a whole lot of depth. And I mean, there is, but you're doing well, right? You're doing extremely well. Finance is coming on strong. You're content being by yourself. Um, Obviously, not everything is going your way, but a lot of things are, right? Then you have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is, uh, the way that you look at it, right? Four of Cups, Ten of Wands, the way that you look at it is you try to um, be in a relationship with this person. Ten of Wands, it didn't work out, so you had to leave. Simple, you know. This person didn't necessarily want to be in a relationship, not necessarily with you. So, like I said, the Ten of Wands, you had to leave. The King of Wands, the King of Wands is that now these people are a little bit annoyed at how it is that how do I say that you're off doing your own thing. You know, the King of Wands represents a person who's arrogant. Person who likes to be in charge of things, even though they don't necessarily know what exactly is going on. So whenever it is that I get the King of Wands, for the most part, the King of Wands, the King of Wands is not necessarily a very beneficial card because the King of Wands just kind of shows the arrogance or yeah, the arrogance of a person. This person tends to, this person is all wrong. I ain't gonna say all wrong, but this person is arrogant. They like to have things done their particular way. Um, and you could just tell that they're pretty much off. The Three of Swords now represent here that you're leaving the heartbreak behind, which is a pretty good thing. Um, that you felt for this person, and you're deciding to move forward, potentially even through the heartbreak. The Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups, right? The Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups represents you'll more than likely move on to somebody else. The Six of excuse me, the Six of Wands is that again, you understand that you pretty much tried as much as you could. The Knight of Cups represent this being a situation where you Taurus, how do I say? Like I said, you'll move on to somebody else. Try to speak to that other person and see if they like you. Mm. The star, however, the star, however, represents obviously you want that particular person, the person that represents this emperor, right? So a person that has all the boxes checked. I'll go ahead and say this: you're never gonna have all of the boxes checked. You know what I mean? Because that's what, again, that's another element of Libra, you know and Libra just so happens to share the same planet with Taurus. But Libra, again, Libra doesn't represent morality. Libra represents principles being weighed. So the thing is that you're never going to find someone, no one is going to find someone with all the boxes checked. Like the person who made up the notion of trying to find somebody with each and every single box checked really should not be trusted, or they didn't know what it is that they was talking about. Because when you're talking about you want all of the boxes checked, right? You essentially want the person to be stagnant, because when you have all of your plates, all of your responsibilities and hobbies equal, what happens? You have a perfect balance, right? Unfortunately, though, that's not how things work, because when you have a because there's nothing in nature that's 100% precise and copied, not even twins, you know, not even identical twins are the exact mirrored version. Take a look at Tia and Tamara Mari. You know, they are identical, but they are not exactly the same. They have their own unique look to them. And if you know what you're looking for, you can see it. Now, when you have an exact uh, copy, or everything is precisely even, what do you have? You have stagnation. Nothing is moving. And in life, we're in a constant state of movement, up and down, up and down, up and down. Or you can get to a state of down, 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 and you continue to spiral down, you continue to spiral up. But if you stagnate, then you got to be transformed into something else, if you catch my drift. So you're never going to have a person always, you know what I mean? Just because what will happen is, for instance, is that a person, right? You're never going to have a person that checks all the boxes, because what's going to happen is that you'll find a person that may have, that may have their career going, and there may be the particular a look that you like, but then on this hand though, then it's like they lack the depth. Now, you know what I mean? Now it's like they may treat you a certain way. Okay. Now, if you're okay with that, then okay, but don't get upset at that later, because you have to make the decision to want to be with them. And it's a constant thing, right? When your personal health, and your emotional and mental and physical well-being becomes good, and your spiritual health becomes good, then your finances may lack. Your you know your connections with other people, your connections to, because you may end up spending a lot of time by yourself, then that may lack. So then you got to bring that up. That's what Libra represents. Libra represents that teeter totter, you know what I mean? That seesaw of having to learn to understand that things go up, things go down. When you become super powerful in one area, right? In order to bring it back, then you gotta let that go down for a little bit. So I'm saying all that to say, the idea of having a person that's checked all of the boxes is not gonna happen, because it's not supposed to happen. By principle, it can't happen. Otherwise, there would be no point for that person to exist, because that person is perfection. And what is perfection? Stagnation. So, because there would be no need for that person to get any better. So, as much as you may want that person that you think is perfect, or you may want that's perfect, you may get them and there's no growth to them. So that in on itself may be a downside. Let's clarify the emperor here. But that may on itself may be a downside, where this person may be what they are, and that's it. That's part of the reason why it is that a lot of relationships don't work out, is because the person is already stagnated. The person is already perfect in their ways. They're not going to change. So to clarify the emperor, we have the Page of Cups, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, the Sun. The Page of Cups. Um, this person may be delusional. Uh, in well, I'm clarifying for the Emperor, which is what it is that you want. So what it's saying. Okay, so to be fair with this, you may want to rethink what it is that you think the partner for you is what it's saying essentially, right? Because this is more about the Emperor, and the Star card is more about what it is that you want. You want somebody who has the Emperor going on, where they have a lot of the boxes checked, but at the same time, they desire to be with you. That's cool. Not a problem with that. But the thing is that, again, this is what you want. So the thing is that the Page of, excuse me, the Page of Cups could represent how you may need to get your mind right, your mind clear on some things that are a little bit more realistic, because this person can have a lot of the boxes checked, but this person is not going to have all of the boxes checked. That's not going to happen. Not, and you ain't got to listen to anything that I'm saying. Don't believe what it is I'm saying. Go out and date, and you'll see for yourself. Everyone does not have uh, all the boxes checked, and even if they do, they can't keep that type of, they can't keep the type, because there's too many different elements to life. You got your job, your home, you know what I mean? Your job, your home, your family, your friends, your health, you know what I'm saying? Your your spirituality, who you are internally, right? All of that, your all of that type of stuff, your mobility, all of that type of stuff, how you relax, how you decompress from all of that. That's a lot of different elements to life, and that's a lot to balance out. You know what I'm saying? So the things that the Ten of Swords represent here. So don't get upset if you don't necessarily find that person, or you may, or I should say, to be more accurate, you haven't found that person. What it's saying is that you just need to make, because you have the Three of Swords, right, and the Sun. The Three of Swords is, you really are kind of heartbroken that you haven't found that Emperor that checks all the boxes. You can have the Emperor that checks off all the boxes, but at the same time, again, that seesaw. Certain things will fall off a little bit, and they got to go ahead and build it back. That's how it is with everybody. I'm not like, trying to throw salt in your wounds. That's how it is with everybody. For instance, right? For instance, haven't you noticed that when you have a job or something like this, your job life will be going on point, but your leisure and your ability to decompress from the stress and stuff like this that you get from the job, right, will go down. Your leisure will go down, and then then maybe your domicile or your living residence will go down a little bit. Where then when you're on your day off, you got to clean your home and stuff like this, because obviously you don't have a maid or any of that type of stuff for the most part. Maybe some of you do. I don't know. And but then you realize, oh wow, I gotta clean this place up. I have to actually, take the time to clean it up. Now you're using your whole day off to, or a lot of it, right, an hour or two to just clean, when you would want to decompress and lay down in your bed and just be asleep. And that's what it is I'm talking about, you know? So the thing is that so the thing is that the the Three of Swords, excuse me, and the Sun card represent, you could have all of that type of stuff, but the thing is that you may need to understand that this is what it is. So you may need to have a more realistic view as to what it is that you're asking for. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups. Let's clarify the King of Wands. Let's clarify this person. Let's clarify the person here. Okay, so you have the Justice, the Queen of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords, and then you have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for you is the Justice, the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Swords, the Ten of Cups. So This is a person that you didn't necessarily find too much uh, of a relationship, a harmonizing relationship with. And as a result, um, like I said, you're moving forward. So it's not really that much of a, well, it was a big deal because you may really have liked this person. You didn't get what it is that you wanted. But however, Queen of Wands, you're maintaining your dignity and you're moving forward, right? But at the same time, though, you did get the Queen of Swords, or this person did get the Queen of Swords, I should say. Um, Watch out to see if this person is angry. Watch out to understand if you're angry, because the Queen of Swords is a person that may hold grudges, that does hold grudges, want to avenge some sort of loss that they've taken in the past. And sometimes, this person can take it too far. Because if you ever seen Cersei from the show Game of Thrones, Cersei would take things to the extreme. And it's very appropriate that, it just so happened to be a throne made of swords. And in the show, it really was a throne made of swords. It's not artistic expression. And the thing is that then you have the Ten of Cups. And then the thing is that the Ten of Cups represents, um, you kind of, like I said before, the two of you may be upset that this thing didn't necessarily work out. Okay. Um, because like I said before, you wanted this relationship to work, the justice. This was a big event for you. You know, the justice is not a major arcana. It's not a minor arcana, it's a major arcana. So this is really about, things being at a point where this person really meant a lot to you, but now you didn't have that person, you know, and it's like the two of you are opposing forces, and then the thing is that you have the Ten of Cups, which means that it's essentially over. So just keep in mind, let's clarify the Knight of Cups. Just keep in mind that, things don't necessarily have to be that personal in that sense between you and them. You know, let's clarify the Knight of Cups. You have the Six of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Tower, and last but not least, you have the Seven of Wands. So the Six of Pentacles is, again, so you're moving forward to hang out with somebody else, to find somebody else that you can hang out with, that you can be with, that you can get to know. The King of Wands, you're ready for the smoke. You're ready for, anything that people may throw at you. Okay, that's cool. But then you have the Tower, though. Um, that's interesting because the Tower is the Tower is about, sometimes the Tower, because the Tower doesn't necessarily represent one thing all the time, right? None of the cards do. But the Tower is about um some things being torn down. So it's like and it's the opposite sign of Taurus, which is Scorpio. So it's like you, Taurus, have a problem with oh, okay, I get it. You, Taurus, have a problem with the dating pool being the way that it is. Okay, I get it. And then the things that the Seven of Wands is about, how you got to fight for your love and stuff like this or whatnot. You know, you got to fight to get that person. I mean, not really. It really just depends on what position you're in. You don't really have to fight for it like that. I mean, in certain cases, you Taurus do. You should fight for it. But then the way that you fight, though, I mean, we need to kind of clarify, what do you mean, though? Because when you say things like you should fight for it, or you have that that perspective, when you say fight for the person, not necessarily out in the streets really fighting somebody, physically fighting them, but I mean like learn to keep that person though, you know? And that's what it means when a lot of times people say they're gonna fight to keep this person. They're gonna fight to have that person in their life. They're gonna do what they mean is that they're gonna do what's necessary to keep that person around, not just anything, because that's a different story. But that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make this YouTube channel 3,500 by the end of January. As of right now, we're at 3,330 subscribers. Keep hitting that like button. Hit that subscribe button. That's very important. Hit that notification bell. Set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos.